Okay, so what I'm expecting here is we're going to have this fall, and then this will help push the sentiment down. So while this is like looking like it's going to come up, it's actually going up in order to come down in order to get the sentiment down, right? So this is likely going to be like a fake move, and so we should see wick above, and that move here, like we're seeing, should help that sentiment come down, because they're buying that and they can't be. This is like a ruse, and this fall in should help this come down. If it doesn't, then it's going to be a bit it's going to probably go a little bit bad. So this is like a test, so this should be wicking above, and then this coming down should bring this down. All right, so it's basically come up to come down and not to come up. All right, so it needs to zigzag. So they are going long, which isn't good. So we'll probably have to have a retracement off that high, and then we can get those guys to sell. So a little bit of caution here. Of course, if we come up, they will get paid, but it can happen. That's the thing as well. This is the 21 moving average on the hourly as well. So we got above the 21 MA on the hourly time frame. So be careful. It's very interesting to see what happens today. Okay, so part 3. This is taking out a lot of positions and it's changing the sentiment. So a continuation of this heavy selling will help shift this. Okay, so we shouldn't ever be above 50%. Because it's a sell at the big picture, and they don't want it to be a sell at the big picture. It needs to be a buy, so they need to flush out this these longs. So basically, if you're new to the train station, this is greed, and they can't be greedy. Alright, so they have to get punished. Okay, this is fear, and then this is greed, and that's how it works. So we should see a continuation of the selling because of this. Alright, and then once we go below 50%, then that'll be the trap in place, and then this is likely going to find some support. So that's just a part 3, and then I'll finish up with a part 4 where this will rally because it's basically punishing those guys. Okay, so part 4 to come up. Okay, so I will admit I don't know the reason for this to come down so strongly. It might be news related. There was quite a lot of stuff going on in the world, and it could be that perhaps maybe America are waking up. I'm not sure. It'd be about 5 o'clock in the morning for the US. So perhaps they're looking at recent price action and selling. I'm not sure if the Americans got access to FXM trading station. Maybe they have actually. They have got access to this, yeah. So it could be an American thing where they're waking up and they're selling because they're looking at price action. So it could be that, or it could be news. And we did have that flush like I anticipated at 4,300. And I suppose the next part of the video, the last part, would be the crossover. And so it's working exactly as forecast, but I'm not sure exactly why they sold it so strongly just now, but it is what it is. And the next video will be the crossover, and then that will be the buy. So a little psychology before the part 4, and the last part is the crossover. So the psychology here is that it can't look like it's going up, because if it looks like it's going to go up, then the herd, the dumb money, are going to want to buy. So what's going to probably happen is that this is going to go a little bit sideways, a bit zigzaggy. Potentially we could come up higher because they have sold it, but I wouldn't imagine that we're going to really rock it, because it needs to still trap the people, you know, these guys who went short down here. You know, it can't discourage them to exit. They have to hold short. Okay, so there's a little psychology there. So I don't imagine this is going to really pump, but it could do. We'll have to wait and see, and we can see how they're selling it. You see, they don't want to discourage them from holding short. They want to encourage those bears. Okay, and so by coming up too fast, too hard, it's going to scare those guys out, and they're going to exit. So a gradual move higher, very gradual, perhaps even the zigzagging consolidation, then a move higher. Okay, so we had that crossover, so it went exactly as forecast, to the letter, to absolute the exact detail that I said would happen, and it did. It went into a bit of the psychology about the zigzagging bit and the consolidation, and this is what it's currently doing. And you're interested in, if you want to do the QDB entry and exit system, is that you're interested in that number being below that number for a buy. Okay, and that's like confirmation. So that was the confirmation one that we went into buy, and then the second, probably the most important confirmation, is the crossover of the 21 MA and the SSI line. And so if you did want to join us, a little bit of a plug, but we've got a basic content, premium content. We've got a discount for FX SSI subscribers, and that gives you everything. If you just want the Discord, it's the basic one, so that's everything included, including the spreadsheet and the basics, just Discord and Robot, and that's it. So I guess I don't need to make this a particularly long video. Hopefully I encapsulated how the traps are formed and how to, you know, detect the reversals. People say you can't detect tops and bottoms, but you can with the sentiment. It makes it a bit easier. It's still not easy, but it makes it easier. Okay, so expect a little bit more consolidation. Expect that consolidation to cause them to short, because they're already short here, and then eventually we'll gradually climb higher. Okay, and that's it really. So keep an eye on those metrics, and I'm going to be away for the rest of the day, put in 4 hours, so I think that's decent enough. And what I want you guys to be doing is using this setup, and so you can trade on your own, so I can teach you how to trade. So, and I'm just like there for support. Okay, that's the sort of thing I want to do. So I'm going to be on standby if you need, but I want you to have a really good system, and this is a fantastic system. You can see how it worked, and you know, you could have banked a lot of profit there on that move, but it's got potential to move higher pending that this moves lower. Okay, and I wish you a good day, and I'll speak to you guys tomorrow for the bulletin, and remember, we've got the Powell speech later.